AI is coming for your job. And by job, I mean the mindless, soul-sucking task you crank through on autopilot every day. The reality, you've become a commuter behind the wheel, lost in haze of distractions, scrolling, clicking, responding, reacting, and your mind is multitasking, jumping from, did I pick up the kids from school? Did I leave the kids' homework behind? Just like a driver zoning out on a boring commute, you're checked out. AI is your wake-up call. It's here to do all those repetitive tasks you shouldn't be wasting your time on. And guess what? It's going to do them faster, better, and without asking for a lunch break. So the question isn't whether AI will take your job, it's whether you're ready to elevate yourself beyond the busy work and start focusing on the real high-value stuff. Welcome to PhD with Woman on IT, Hack the Future. My name is Beata Young, and today's PhD Positivity Hack delivered will be by our guest, Giovanna Galleno Málaga. Topic: Humanity makes the difference in the AI era. Episode 155 starts here. Let me remind you, this is a grassroots community that focuses on women on IT, an inclusive forum of women in technology, startups, and female leaders who are supported by men as well. And I bring heart to that hustle because empathy is my motto, and empathy is critical when you're working on IT. First, let me remind you about things that's been happening in the world of technology and in our community. Free training alert. Join our former PhD guest, Angela Thurman, on September 23rd, 26, as she shares insights from Thinking Fast and Slow book by Nobel Prize winner Dr. Daniel Kahneman at the Confidence and Resilience Summit for Women Leaders. Happy Women Tech Makers Appreciation Month, since we have a woman tech maker as well today in the studio. It is a huge thank you and hello to all the women tech makers who can join us today. Thank you, Aya Launi, for participating and encouraging more women to empower others in tech. Finally, congratulations to our former PhD guest and her tech path co-founder, Laura Mercurio, on the successful event at the 2024 SASPA conference. May you keep inspire women in tech. Now, let's go back to our topic. Humanity makes the difference in the AI era. Could the synergy between humanity, AI, and leadership be the key to maximizing your tech team's capability? Imagine the possibilities when human strengths and AI insights come together to drive innovation and success. Join us with Giovanna Galleno Málaga as we explore the evolving landscape in leadership, AI, and women in tech with her expertise in DWH migration, cloud infrastructure, and AI. Giovanna skillfully integrates technical and soft skills to deliver impactful results and build strong stakeholder relationships. So, Giovanna, let's dive into the topic. But before we ask you, I hope it's not AI-generated vision of AI. Giovanna, where are you coming from today?
Hi, everyone. I'm based in Milan, so a big hello to everyone from here. I'm so happy to be part of today's episode, so I'm so excited, Beata. You are always promoting the inclusive, being in a world where diversity and inclusion and technology and all these amazing women that are working to make a difference. Now, that's today we are talking about humanity that make the difference in AI, but I think is people, women like you are making the difference. So thank you so much for all your initiatives.
Well, it's gonna sound like we are just clapping our heads and patting our backs. There is lots of work, Giovanna. We know that. So let's go back to the nitty-gritty humanity AI question. Because there is this universal agreement. And before we joined this conversation, we plotted about the content. And I told you, it's really fascinating how many people watched all our videos, interviews about AI. It's just generated so much interest, and it's you can see a lot of articles, and the hype is real. In some, everyone is barking up the same tree. Everybody's praising AI, how it's going to be better, even though, as we mentioned, this controversial thing, we cleared the path. It's not going to take our jobs, it's going to enhance our jobs. Now it's time to add a human element to AI, and a village wisdom, or a feminine wisdom, with empathy and lateral thinking. So, Giovanna, how can we leverage unique skills in an AI-driven job market? Some fear their roles may become obsolete. What unique human skills do you believe will always be relevant, and how can we leverage them to create new opportunities?
I think that this is something that many people think, no, is like the fear about AI, what is coming, what is going to do AI in our world. But the thing is, AI comes to support us, no, to support in many tasks that can be done by AI. But the soft skills are the things that make the difference. For example, empathy. I was discussing this about the empathy, and they say even the AI in the future will have the capability to be empathetic. Yeah, maybe because they are going to connect to our smartwatch, and they are going to check our beat of our heart, and they are going to check if everything is changing in our body. But it's different when you feel, for example, what is happening with the other person, what you are looking at the eyes of the people, the emotion that they can project. So these are things that the AI, at least now, cannot do that. So that is something that makes us humans. Another important thing is the critical thinking. We have to understand that the AI, everything that AI is doing now, is something that has been programmed by a human. And of course, it's evolving, and all the data and the databases that are being used to train the AI, they are making them like this evolution is every day like a faster and faster. But the important thing here is creativity. Who is changing the world? AI or the humans? So we have just to understand that what we have been doing as humans is a projection in AI. So AI is learning from us, but we are always have to be like a 1 or 2 steps forward. This so because we are the ones, we are the pioneer in our lives, not AI. That's what we want to understand, and we have to build.
Now we have a great comment from Olga Wasina. Dzień dobry, Beata. Ciao, Giovanna. Great to see two great humans chatting about AI. That will always be part of our world. The beauty of conversation, which cannot be predicted by AI. You cannot predict what the other human is going to respond, even if you teach them to the exact pauses they are making, exact things they may say. It's very difficult to add this hue of beliefs, but also the data that we store, as we look at the neurodiversity of every human. And with the psychologist work, especially after pandemic, we have seen quite a big revelation when it comes to humanity and human brain, how it works. However, this is not today's topic, so let's go back to AI. Angela is also responding, I believe, on her own without AI help. Thank you, Angela. Women, thanks for sharing. She said to our community, always a pleasure to support other women, not just those who are in our conversation today. Now, let's go back to AI. You mentioned the human element, and since AI is rapidly changing how we work and live, how can we adapt our soft skills like empathy and creativity to work alongside AI rather than feeling overshadowed by it?
Yeah, something that I would like to share before commenting this part is that we are the source of knowledge to build AI agents. So everything that is happening, everything that has been built so far with AI is because a human or a group of humans are behind this. So, for example, I was working in a project where we were with about healthcare when the experts were telling us how a person react with some of the questions that they do as doctors to the patients in this case, and we were tracking all this information to do the flow, how the agent could answer like a doctor, but not being a doctor, of course. And you can notice that the answer was, is something that I cannot express. How I realize my patient is having something. So this is something that I cannot explain and I cannot put it right now on paper. But we were asking him many factors to discover how to have that vision of a doctor. So adapting our skills has two positions. One, we have to highlight our expertise in our career that could contribute to train the AI agents about what the things that we are doing now. This is something that we have to think about. And the other part is, how can I complement with my soft skills the evolution of AI? So this is, I think we need to understand that we have to collaborate with AI. We cannot think that we are going to lose our job or because AI is coming. What AI is doing right on these days is just taking the task that can be automated. But the other task, for example, customer service. Customer service, we can create a bot to answer to the customers. But it's when you have contact with a human that you really create that community with your customers. So there are many things that are doing AI, but the difference in the human is that touch, is something that we cannot describe, but is inside of these soft skills. Another thing is soft skills cannot be visualized. So I cannot say, this is my soft skill, this is my creativity. Or no, we have to project this in our behavior. And that behavior is not yet part of the structure of an AI agent.
On the other hand, AI can enhance some of the soft skills, the creativity patterns, and it can find holes in our thinking, which is such a great incentive. So, give us some examples, if you will, Giovanna.
Yeah, what you have just said, for example, is something positive, but at the same time, I sometimes think about that. Okay, we have a lot of creativity as a human beings. We are very creative, but we have to be careful because sometimes we complement the AI. No, now we have Copilot, we have Gemini, we have all these AI that is helping us to have some like ideas that they are going to trigger our creativity. That should be the role of the AI, but not is that AI give us the ideas that take from somewhere that they found in a database of all these things that were created by other people or said by other people. And then we are just taking those ideas and put it in a paper or talking about those ideas that were said for somebody else. So the idea is, this is what I have created. How can I enhance that? But it's not the way that AI create and then I just change something to get like is my idea. So that is, for me, that is fundamental in everything. If I want to be an entrepreneur, if I want to be someone who want to leader a new way to do things, I have to start from my thoughts, and then I can complement my thoughts with the help of AI. So that is a position when you are a creator and not someone who is copy something that already is out there.
That's interesting because I came across an article from an author who was claiming that, of course, he is recreating what he has seen and what he was inspired by. So even though it may feel like he's creating something new, but he cannot switch off his brain completely and not be inspired by Michelangelo or some greater painters, because there is always some inspiration. We are always taking on some inspiration. We have our own beauty component or a definition, and what appeals to us will be replicated or perfected in a different way. So I believe there is a creative component that we can even throw at AI, or differently, brainstorm ideas with AI, because this is another possibility which through some tinkering and some work that I was checking, Gemini and ChatGPT and Perplexity and all these great AI platforms. It's really fascinating how they can tweak some of the creative process and make it inspirational.
But always giving credits, right? That's the important thing.
Absolutely, yes. Always giving credits. There are no credits here apart from the fact that we are humans, ladies and gentlemen, and our opinions are of our own. I'm the founder of Woman on IT. I've been on this journey for quite a while, and the first time we actually met with Giovanna was in Malta when she appeared at the launch of Woman Tech Makers. So there you go. That's nothing that AI can be claiming that they've done in the past. That's our unique story. Exactly. Now, let's go into more interesting topic: synergy between humans and AI. So collaboration is at the heart of any successful relationship. How can we foster a true synergy between humans and AI, where both sides enhance each other's strengths?
Yeah, for example, I have a wonderful example in the healthcare. When you think about surgery, I have met someone who was telling me how a doctor has like an assistant, an AI agent. Of course, this is a machine that is helping without having all the hospital these things, but is to be precise when they are going to cut some part that is very delicate in our body and needs to be really precise. Is like the doctor have the assistant, but it's the doctor who is going to take the decisions in the computer how the AI needs to proceed, and then the AI that is very precise goes with these instructions. So we have the knowledge, we have the experience, we have the expertise, but then AI, that's why we have AI in our life now, is part of our lives, because they have that precision that we don't have because we are not machines. So that is something that I when this doctor was sharing with me, how even he at the beginning wasn't not so happy to have one of these agents, because he say, I am someone who is working like more than 20 years on this, I can do it by myself. And then the first time that he was like teaming up with an AI agent, he realizes how was this teamwork was helping to the patient, and how was like evolving his own work. So this is an example that we can take not only in medicine, that is something very important, or something that is about lives, but also in our everyday work. Developers in the last, when we met in LIO Connect, we could check how Google was presenting that AI is helping also developers to do the debugging. No, because this is sometimes is the thing that you all the time are taking a lot of time to identify the bug in your code. Everything is perfect, but then you get something that don't allow you to continue with your work. And for example, AI is helping a lot in debugging. And that is something that we can say we are doing synergy, because at the end of the day, is I am doing the work. I have this special AI agent that has all in the database, has all the possibilities. I don't need to start like hours to solve that. So, for example, this is another thing that I love in technology. AI is enhancing also our work.
Absolutely, enhancing our work, enhancing our private life as well. As we can see here in this question, Giovanna, in my wife, is always brainstorming with different AI bots at all hours of the day. Should I be jealous? There you go. That would be my husband. I'm not going to ask you to reply. You don't have to if you feel like it.
No,
Anyway.
you don't have to be jealous. An AI agent is not going to be even a little part of what you can give to your amazing wife. So don't. I think, as you mentioned, Beata, at the end of the day, is AI give you inspiration, should be a source of inspiration. And when we need to think is, it's not to have fear, it's not to try to say, oh, everything is going to change. We have to think that we have created this. So as a human being, we have created the AI agents. We are helping to evolve this technology. So we need to be proud of we have done, the people, the pioneers in this field have done. But at the same time, we have to understand where can we contribute with that, and how we can be safe, let's say, and continue with our careers, evolving our career. Because this is another thing, is you pretend that you're going to be doing the same thing that you are doing today in the next years. This is impossible, because we need to evolve as technology is evolving. You have to think, how can you adapt your soft skills, your expertise for the future, and you have to do a plan about that. So don't be surprised that if you are not doing anything for the future, thinking about how can you adapt to that future. In the future, of course, if something is going to change, the one who hasn't changed is going to be like oh, I didn't have the opportunity. No, you didn't create your opportunity. That's the thing.
Absolutely. After all, that's AI who sorted out our latest date, and it is AI who is going to give us hint and tips when we go to a new country to discover new cafes. So that's you should be proud of me. But isn't it like? And here is a question I came across recently because everybody's talking about how trees are giving us oxygen, but secretly they are waiting for us to die to eat us again. Isn't it AI's role is really to make us feel like we are good, and they are good to us, but really secretly they are taking all the juices, creative juices, and eventually it will be just AI talking to AI?
I have to say that we don't need to be like having fear of the AI. We should be aware that the people that is behind the AI is the people who is shaping AI. So I would start from the basis, because who are the ones who are creating or evolving the AI? Is the teams, development teams. At the end of the day, is the people. And here we can talk about ethics. So when think about the ethics and we say, in my team, I have people that is thinking about privacy, that is thinking about how people or human beings are being represented by the things that I'm training with the databases that I'm training to my AI agents, and I have been thinking about being inclusive. So these are the things that we should think. So when we have our companies and we are developing projects, we will select ethical people. That is the thing. If you have a team that has ethics, you are sure that you're creating things for good, AI for good, for the future. And I have to
So
be proud.
exactly, that's my question to you, because you talk about the potential to tackle some of the world's
Mhm.
biggest challenges. So it requires right guidance. What role do you think we as humans play in steering AI efforts towards positive global impact, apart from ethics enhancement and really looking into the data breach and getting rid of all the hackers and the bad in the world?
Yeah, I, as everybody knows, who are the first defense in security? Human beings. So the one who open an email for curiosity, for example, because it's something strange, I'm going to opening, and then that email is a phishing. He's a human, right? The same thing happening in AI. So we should be always thinking what is going to make the difference. What is something that I have to include in the culture of my team, for example, in the process of my projects, in general, the impact that that project that I'm building is going to have in society. We don't need only to think about my customer, because at the end of the day, the customer is going to use, for example, that web application or that mobile application to share it with their customers. But it's going to that to give that something that is going to be good, or is just behind the scenes is something that is going to be just to create a better environment for the business of the people that is behind the scenes of this product. So I think we have to give that, and we have the responsibility as human beings, because all the time we are saying, no, this is because the government allows, no, this is because someone has allowed that. No, we are the ones. We are the ones who can defend that. We are the ones. If I am in a team and I am part of a data team, and I know that this thing, this data needs to be anonymized, I have to raise my hand and say, okay, this data needs to be anonymized, and I see all the data. As I'm seeing all the data, identifying people, all the people is going to identify this person. So we need to do something. We don't need to be like just waiting that someone else does that part of things. So I think it depends on us. It's our responsibility. It's my humanity. I think just is one phrase that we can share is, don't do others what you don't want to do others to you. So you have to do privacy. You are asking for privacy. So help to take care of the privacy of other people. So that is, at the end of the day, the thing. That's why it's part of being human.
A part of being human is also speaking in different languages. We have a question from Freddy Casanova Bedoya, who's clearly watching us intently. I hope it's not an AI bot who is challenging my
yes.
Italian here. El ser humano
says,
podría. Can you read that question and translate
yeah,
it
it's
for?
in Spanish. Hi, Freddy. He's my mentor. I'm so happy that you're here. He said a human being could be eliminated, but never replaced. So that is something real. So maybe people is like thinking about the movies, no, that okay, everything is going to be taken by AI, but they are not going, never ever going to be like a human being. So we are unique. That's true.
Oh,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
So we need to stay relevant in the AI era. With AI automating more tasks, how can individuals and organizations ensure they stay relevant? What steps can we take today to prepare ourselves for an AI-driven future?
Okay, here, as I was mentioned before, there is something very important. We have to think in our vision of ourselves in the future, in an AI future. From there, we should plan what is going to be our role in the future. I want to be someone who is just putting my skills to the service of AI, or I would like to have AI like doing a partnership to make grow my business, my product, my service. So that is the thing that I need to think. And for that, we need to have a vision, how I can see my future in AI, including AI. How can I prepare a roadmap of what are going to be these steps to be in 5 years a businesswoman or a person who wants to evolve something new or something that already exists, but with the help of AI. And then we have to analyze, like everything is always the basics. What are our opportunities? What are our threats? What are our weaknesses? What are those things that I know that I have, and I can start working on that for that future. So the first thing is, what do you want to do with this position of being in the future with AI? For me, for example, I would like to be part of the experts that can share knowledge to train AI agents in a more human way, with ethic, with something that is going to make me feel proud that I can transfer for the future, for the next generations. Because I think soft skills is something that everybody thinks, yeah, soft skills. Everybody talks about soft skills. Yes, but soft skills make the difference. And soft skills, if they are considering an AI future, we are going to be better. We are going to be more concentrate in make a culture more inclusive and make people feel that they are part of the future and not that we are to the service of the technology. So that is the thing. We are the ones who we can promote this change and change the fear for being proud of what we can do with AI.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, meet the AI ambassador for humanity, Giovanna Galleno Málaga. Now we have a great question. That's, granted. Jane is asking, thank you, Jane, for joining us today. What's your thoughts about AI-powered deep fakes? Are there other things we need to be cautious about AI?
For that, thank you so much for this question, Jane. It's true, but it's not AI. That at the end of the day, it's a human being that is behind the AI that is creating this. So when we talk about these things, it's always going to the basis. So ethics. But what I can say about this is we have to be very, very analytical when we read an article, when we read some news, when we check some photos, when we check some videos. We don't need to believe in everything that we can see on the internet, because that is something that is happening. So some news are being created, some news, even there are, we can say that there are some people that is recreating news in their favors. So I think we should be always aware that if we see something on internet and we can report, we should do it. That way we can start cleaning these fakes that are everywhere. Even business are creating fakes. No,
Absolutely. Well, fake news, it doesn't really require a lot of going deep into the data, but we look at the advertisements for many companies. We can see when they talk about healthy benefits of bars, and they have so much sugar, so much additives that it's really eye-popping. Anyway, just talking about deep fake news, I have to bring this story because I think it is really fascinating. Recently in Poland, what happened? One journalist who was blamed for being biased against current party decided to trick another journalist who claimed that he's so biased. So he actually created a fake news video. It looked like they have a meeting and talking about different facts and data and so on, and plotting, no, we are not going to cover this latest controversy about current government because we like them, we are not touching. But some facts were not correctly put, and those journalists who checked these facts actually didn't say anything, but people jumped in and claimed, well, we knew this journalist is so biased, oh, we knew he was sold, and so on. So it's not just deep fakes. Fake news have been in the world for centuries, for decades. We've heard how beneficial doctors claimed that smoking some cigarettes is because it improves your breathing and so on. And we've heard so many stories in the past that were not quite correct. So don't believe first time news or second time news. Fact check everything. Now, Giovanna, thank you very much for this human intervention, talking about deepfake and so on. Talking about human AI collaboration in everyday life, you mentioned you want to be an ambassador, but let's talk about everyday life. How can ordinary people, not just working in tech, how they can begin to collaborate with AI in their daily routines to improve productivity and well-being?
Yeah, this is something very useful for everyone. Is the fact that there are many processes that can be replacing for an AI. So I think our time is life. No, our time to say, many people say time is money, but at the end of the day, time is life. So if we can use any tool that can do something that we take hours to do, and in this case, we have a lot of tools nowadays that are being launched because there is an AI agent behind. We should know what are these activities that we can replace and we can use the AI. For example, one friend that is a teacher was telling me that he uses AI to prepare the slides because he takes too much time to create the slides. I have to say that I prefer to create my own slides. But if you have to do a lesson, for example, every day for your students, and you have all the material, and you can ask AI to prepare the slides and list the draft, and then for you it's easy to put it in a visual way. I think that, for example, is something that saves a lot of time. Or, for example, if you need to do calculations because the budget, not only people that is working or have a business, but also someone that is, for example, a mother that is at home that needs to check the list of the supermarket every day, or to check if they have everything that they need in the fridge. Even this part can be, very helpful with an AI to understand, okay, what are the things that you need? What are the things that you don't have? All these things are possible. Even I know I mentioned a lot of brands here, but for example, Amazon, if you buy something from the supermarket through Amazon, then they can make you like say, okay, you usually every week you need 3 things of this one. Okay, we are on Thursday. I think you are maybe running out. So would you like us to ask for this? It's automatic. So you don't need to go even to the supermarket. They can bring you at home. For example, these are the kind of things, but we have to choose what are the things that we need or we would like to replace with AI, because I think going even to the supermarket, at least you have the opportunity to check your own fruit. So it depends on how the people wants to collaborate, let's say, or bring the AI to collaborate in their lives. No, I think not everybody wants all the time just bringing things at home. They need to go out and just to have the opportunity, even to talk with the cashier is a pleasure. So it depends on everyone. So I think these are ideas. I think it's fascinating.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Giovanna, you work with AI at one of the world's leading tech companies, and I'm wondering if search engine like Google won't be redundant, because rather than searching via Google, we may rely on one source, which is AI.
I heard about this in an event when they say what is going to happen with with the search. I think I don't know if you have seen what now can do not Gemini, but the search, Google search. You can even just touch an image, and then it's going to give you all the information. If you are walking around and you take a picture, and then you go to connect this with the Google search, can give you all the information. Even for us women, that sometimes we see something in one lady that we like, I don't know, a pair of shoes or a skirt. If you take a picture of that, then you can know exactly the brand and when you can find it. So I think the way that Google is using AI is amazing. So I think Google is never, so this search is going to be all the time like be the pioneer of search. So Google does open source. They are doing a great job in this part. So
And it's not been sponsored by Google or any other search engine. So let's go to AI and the future of work, because Donkey is laughing at me right now because we worry about what shoes we are wearing and whether it was bought on Shein or AliExpress. Now, looking ahead, what do you envision as the future of work in a world where AI is deeply integrated? How can we create a future where humans and AI not only coexist but thrive together?
yeah, this is something that I think one of the biggest fear of human beings be replacing. And it's not only with AI technology that is happening this. No, we have to remember when the computer arrived to our life, many roles were disappeared. No, but what this means that we need to continue training. We need to be like long life learners. We need to continue learning and trying to understand what is going to be my position in the future. So what can I give to my if I work in a company, how can I add value to my team with the things that I know? Or if I am an entrepreneur, what can I give to my customer by using AI? So if I am, for example, someone who work in a team, I love to work in teams. I always am trying to understand how to evolve, and I started in this part of the technical world, being a project manager, and I am evolving every day thanks to the people that I'm working with, and I realized that many people feel very comfortable doing what they are doing, so they want to be all the time to be like just developers. And yes, developers are artists. They are creating many things, but you need to learn many, many different things. Then they are going to be connected with the future. So start preparing from now to be able to enter to this wave of the AI wave that too many people think about. For example, even cloud is something very, very important. Where are all our data storage? Cloud. So if you are a developer that are just specialized in something specific, try to start thinking about taking some courses about cloud, thinking about some courses about AI to understand how to approach these new technologies. How can you add value to your career, but also to your team? This is, for example, in a technical work. If you are an entrepreneur, someone who is selling a product or selling a service, how can you introduce AI in your product or in your service? Is everything, you don't have to do like a super investment to do that. So for example, so I have my as background, I am soft skill trainer. And I used to, in Peru, I used to have these training sessions with many private public companies, with Freddy that is here, and listen to us. And in that period, we were doing everything without AI, because the AI wasn't like we can see today. But today, when I think about my workshops or I think about my talks, I really would like to give an experience to my trainees with AI, to give the opportunity, for example, to simulate something that just AI can help me to simulate. Even those fake videos. Those fake videos that can be created with AI can help me in my training sessions, because I can create something that can inspire people. So that is the thing. That is important, that we have to be creative. As you said at the beginning, we start with the things that are necessary, for the future, for an AI future. Is that always creativity, always critical thinking, always try to be someone who can go to the future, take a picture, come back and say, how can I do this real?
AI is not a replacement for human intelligence, but a tool to enhance it. I was wondering, I'm going to ask you, Giovanna, did you prepare to this interview with help of AI?
I have to say that I prepared for this interview not using AI, but I was looking how other people see AI in the soft skill world. Thank you to Gemini. I was looking how other people perceive soft skills. And the answers were very, very different to the perspective that I thought. So AI was giving me some information about how soft skill can be put in the future, but in something that I didn't think at the beginning. So AI told me, in the future, soft skills are going to remember people that they are humans. it was great to receive this answer from Gemini.
Gemini definitely cannot answer what is the number one book that you recommend. So tell us, what is your number one book that inspired you before you started your career?
This is a good one. Is the 7 habits of highly effective people choose, and this is Stephen Covey was the author of this book. And when I read for the first time this book, I really open my mind, and I recommend every one of you to read it. So it's talk about the future, about having a vision, how you have to think about not only have all that you want, but other things that are going to make you grow. So it's amazing. So if you can read this book, is absolutely super well recommended.
Or ask for a summary from AI, they will provide it. But we always recommend reading books. Now, Eleanor Roosevelt once said, women are like tea bags. We don't know our true strength until we are in hot water. And that's another question that Gemini cannot predict the answer, because we are asking you, how are you in hot water?
Well, I have to say that I have been in hot water many times. So my life is, I think, something that I can repeat in life is always stepping out of my comfort zone. And I have passed through different changes in my life because I have promoted them, and they have made me face sometimes difficult situations. For example, as everybody maybe can remember, this COVID, I have to change my career. I have to say, thanks to COVID, I entered in the technical world to become what I am doing now. So I have to thanks that, because it's part of the changes of my life, the most important changes of my life. So I think everyone needs to step out of the comfort zone, because it's amazing. It's the adrenaline is like make you do things that you didn't expect that you could do.
Adrenaline, coffee, and you do stupid things faster. Can you please give us your favorite life lesson quote, Giovanna, and why did you choose this one?
Okay, is prepare for the worst, receive what is coming. And I think this is important, because some people, when something is going to happen, they don't plan when they need to have when want. So we need to be strategic to plan the things that we want, and then we have to be resilient to receive what is really going to come. We cannot have everything that we want, but if we plan the things, we are nearer to have what we have planned. So, and then resilience is important. So in my life is that planning and resilience.
So, speaking about planning, if you could invite any person in the world to have a private breakfast face to face anywhere in the world, who would you choose to have it with, and where would you go to?
I would like to invite to, well, I'm going to bring from the past to the pioneer of the quantum computing, and David Deutsch. And I would like to have a super breakfast with him in the Watson Research Lab when he's the biggest and coolest quantum computing now. So it would be great to have a breakfast with him talking about quantum computing, and we could be able to see what he just think about without having all the technology that we have now, and he can see this amazing computed quantum computing. So I think that would be an amazing conversation.
So, if you could give our listeners one bold challenge one piece of advice, what would it be to just summarize today's discussion and close it, because we are coming to the end of our discussion?
Okay, a challenge is just push yourself to think how special you are as a human being and what could be the contribution to help to evolve AI technology. So don't think that what you are doing now is something that everybody is doing every day and there is many people that is doing the same thing. It's not true. You are special. Starting with your soft skill, no one of us have the same set of skills, of soft skills and hard skills, because we have different culture, we have different values, we have different background, we have different even stories and things that have happened in our life. So I think that everybody is unique. So we can give to AI many knowledge, to transfer many knowledge to AI. So start thinking what makes you different, what makes you special, what are the skills that you have that could be a contribution for having that AI future where ethics and humanity are the most important thing.
Humans are uniquely capable of creativity, empathy, and critical thinking, which are essential for navigating the complexities of the world. As Yuval Noah Harari said, thank you, Racy, for bringing that great quotation. Giovanna, thank you so much for sharing your insights and expertise with us today and your human intelligence with us. Your work is not only transforming the digital landscape, transforming the life of many females, inclusivity changes in the workplace, and we are building together. I'm so excited to build more sustainable future with you. We are all living here totally inspired and ready for next week's talk about follow your passion. Your dream job might be hiding in plain sight. We're gonna host Tracy Brower, who is here going to be third time speaker. Thank you so much to our lovely audience. Olga Vasina, Angela Thurman, IPOV, Team Patrick's Opinion, Freddy Casanova, Bedoya, and Jane. And finally, our positivity quote comes from Positive Thinking Only and goes, look for something positive in each day. In AI, even if some days you have to look a little bit harder beyond one AI platform. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude, as Maya Angelou says. Today is your future. Take it.